In this session, we'll study about the speed chart. The structural diagram may depicts the range ratio of the transmission groups, but gives no information about the transmission ratio. So in order to determine the transmission ratios of all the transmissions and the RPM values of the speed box shaft, it is necessary to plot the speed chart. The lines joining the points of the adjacent shaft in a speed chart depicts the transmission ratio. If the line is horizontal, it corresponding to the transmission ratio 1, that is no speed range. The line is inclined upward, it indicates that the speed is increasing. If the line is inclined downward, it indicates that there is a speed reduction. So likewise, suppose the line is horizontal, there is no change in the speed. If the line is going upward, it is showing that the speed will increase, and if the line is going downward, it is showing the speed reduction. While plotting the speed chart, it is desirable to have the minimum transmission ratio, that is maximum speed reduction in the last transmission range. In this case, the remaining shaft of the speed box run at the relatively higher RPM and are therefore loaded less. So we are desiring that whatever the speed reduction is should be there, maximum speed reduction will be there in the last transmission group. So we are starting to plot the speed chart from the last stage. Whereas in the case of the structure diagram, we start from the left hand side, but in the case of speed chart, we are starting from the right hand side because the last stage will be there in the right hand side. Keeping in mind the restriction, the IMAX, that is the when we are going to increase the speed, it should be increased up to 2 times, and if we are decreasing the speed, it should be decreased 1 by 4 times. So draw the for this case, draw the number of stage plus 2 vertical lines. If NZ is greater than N motor speed of the motor, then draw the Z number of horizontal lines. If the NZ is less than speed of the motor, then draw as many as horizontal lines as possible, so that the N speed of the motor can be located on the speed chart. Draw the rays depicting transmission between the last shaft and the shaft preceding it. The rays are drawn for the lowest RPM of the shaft, keeping in mind the transmission ratio constant of the IMAX is should be less than or equal to 2 and IMAX greater than 1 by 4. So we have taken that this is the problem. A speed gearbox having minimum speed of 160 rpm and maximum speed of 1000 rpm is driven by the electric motor of 1440 rpm. Draw the speed chart. So here minimum speed is 160 rpm, maximum speed is 1000 rpm. So we'll find out the range ratio. It is coming as 6.25. Geometric progression is 5. It will be equal to 1.44. So the remaining spindle speeds are 116, then 231, 333, 481, and last one is 693. Last one is 1000. So we'll draw the U plus 1, that is this is a two-stage gearbox. U plus 2 vertical lines. U is 2, so 2 plus 2, that is 4 number of vertical lines. The first line indicates the speed, electric motor speed, then shaft 1, shaft 2, shaft 3. We are drawing the ray diagram for the structural formula Z equal to 6, structural formula 2, 1 and 3, 2. So we'll start from the last point. Here the RPM is, lowest RPM is 160. So when you take normally what is happening, this node point is getting the speed from the shaft 2. This node point is getting the speed from the shaft 2. So for when we are reducing the speed from the shaft number 2 to shaft number 3, so it should be limited to 1 by 4 times. 1 by 4 times. So when we go in the inverse way, so 1 by 4, it will be 4 times. So minimum speed is 160. Minimum speed is 160. So minimum speed is 160. 160 into 4, that is 640. So we can take the speed. So this the node point on the second shaft can be up to 640. Suppose that here speed is if we join this 160 point to the 693, then it violates this transmission decrements ratio restriction. So due to that 160, so just take the minimum speed 160, then multiply with the 4 because it is restricted to 1 by 4 times. So we are going in the reverse way. So 160 into 4, that is 640 rpm. So 640 is greater than 481, and 640 is also less than 693. So we'll see, we'll find out which speed we have to select on the shaft number 2. So we'll select the speed 481 on the shaft number 2. If you select the 693 on the shaft number 2, then it will violate the range ratio restriction. So we'll select the speed lower than that, 640. So it is 481. So we'll select the node point on the shaft number 2 and then join the line. So now the line, what is the line indicates that we are reducing the speed from the shaft number 2 to shaft number 3 from the speed of 481 to 160. So when you get the ratio of ratio of output to the input 160 by 481, it is less than 1 by 4 times. It is less than 1 by 4 times. So it is not violating the restriction. So due to that one, we have first multiply by 4, find out the value 640 rpm, and then find out the nearest rpm value which is less than 640, that is 481, and then on the shaft number 2 select the node point and join with the ray. So this ray indicates that we are getting the speed from 481 on the shaft number 3 from the shaft number 2. Then in the first stage, in the second stage also, normally the second restriction is that we can increase the speed by 2 times. We can increase the speed by 2 times. So we multiply by 481 into 2, that is 962 rpm. So again in the third stage there are three lines are there with a distance of 2. So we'll plot the 3 points with a distance of 2. So these are the 3 node points with a distance of 2, and then join with the lines. So there are 3 lines are there in the third stage with the 2 gap. Also check that on the shaft number 2 the input speed is 481 rpm, and on the shaft number 3 the output speed it is 693. So when we are going to increase the speed, it should not be more than 2 times. So we'll just check that. So we have to check, we must check that the speed should be lesser than 962 rpm. So whatever the maximum speed we obtain is 693 rpm. And then for this first stage we can join on the shaft number 2 with 1000 rpm. So if we join the point with the 481 rpm, then the whatever the pulley size required for the electric motor shaft and the input shaft will be higher one. So due to that one, we select the node point on the shaft number 1 with a restriction ratio similar that is whatever the speed reduction will be 1 by 4 times, whatever the speed increment should be less than 2 times, and then this is the electric motor speed. So then join this one. So this diagram will be called as the ray diagram. We are drawing the ray diagram from the right hand side to the left hand side and complete the diagram. If we complete the remaining diagram, it will be called as the speed chart. So on the first stage there are 2 lines are there with a gap of 1, and there are 3 lines are there with a gap of 2. So likewise we can complete the speed chart. Then from that one we have to draw the gearbox layout from this diagram. The structure diagram is 2 into 1. So 2 into 1 depicts that we can also see that in the first stage there are two steps are there, and in the second stage there are 3 speed steps are there. So for drawing the gearbox layout, so we'll first draw the motor, then pulley. With the help of belt and pulley arrangement, we can transmit the power speed from this pulley to the another pulley, and then the input shaft will run. On the input shaft there is a gear hub of the 2 gears. This one input gear will be meshing with the one output gear. So we can slide this gear up at the right hand side, and then we can similarly on the intermediate shaft there are there should be a combination of 3. So we should get the 3 different spindle speeds. So we have written 3 input, 4 input, 5 output, and there is output shaft with the gear hub of the 3. So we can slide these gear up at any location. Likewise with 4i and 5i. So we'll get the three spindle speeds in the when the 1i is meshing with the one output. Similarly, we can slide this 2i to the right hand side, and now the 2i in the meshing with the two outputs, and then we will get this first speed 3i to 3 ohm, then 4i to 4 ohm, and 5i to 5. So likewise we'll get the six different spindle speeds.